Hello. I just wanted to come on camera and talk about the astrology or like me, my day. I want to talk about my day and I want to show how the current astrology connected to it. Um, well, first off, the biggest transition that's happened astrologically is Jupiter, the sign of luck, abundance, joy, is in a new sign now. It's in Cancer. And also Mercury, the planet which rules our thoughts and our communications, is in a new sign as well, Cancer. So how we think, how we speak is going to be affected by the Cancerian themes, and also where we experience our joy, where we may be experiencing the some growth that we need, is also going to be tied to Cancerian themes. Okay, so with all that being said, I'll talk about my day and then I'll explain what the freak I just said if you don't know what that means. So today I woke up and I have actually been in the middle for the past couple of days. Um, I've been in the middle of cleaning my closet. I have known that I need to clean my closet. Oh, I talked about that. Didn't I talk about it? Oh yeah. Forgot. Okay, my last day in the life, or not day in the, what do I freaking call these series anymore? In the last episode about me talking about astrology, how I applied astrology into my life. I don't even know the series. By the way, I just finished like an amazing podcast episode, so I'm a little bit like discombobulated. So I'm having to. Matter of fact, let's do something. We need to center. I need to center myself. I need to connect to my body. I need to ground myself. I'm a little floaty right now. I'm a little on a high. Also, like, anyways, okay. So I'm gonna breathe in through my nose. I'm gonna hold it for 4 seconds ish. I'm gonna do some box breathing. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Then breathe out through your mouth. Open for 4 seconds. Okay. Okay. All right, I could be here all day. That was nice, actually. I hope you guys tried that sometime. When you're scatterbrained, when you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, um, yeah, just do that. Come back to earth through some earthy breaths. All right, so I, in the last episode of this astrology for 230 days series that I've been doing so amazing at, right, guys? I was talking about how I need to clean my closet because it's a cluttered mess of things that have held on to for years because I have a little hoarder problem. I'm very much attached to the things that I own because they hold memory, and I always feel like, oh, I'm going to need it eventually, even though I never wear it or I never use it or whatever. And I just like to keep it because it just feels like letting it go is like literally like offense to my emotions, offense to my past, offense to, But then I realized, like, Jess, as you are wanting to evolve and grow, you're transitioning to the next stage, like the evolved version of you, right? You are embodying, you are this, like, tapping into like your true self. And that means that the things that don't align with your true self, your higher self, needs to go, okay? Especially when it ties to like the material things. Um, when there's attachments to the material things, like me, that literally don't even represent like who I currently am. So, a good approach that ChatGPT actually helped me uh, contextualize. Because here's the thing, I think like certain tools, I'm just telling you, tools really help to bring like anything emotional to physical, you know? I love, this is why I like astrology. This is why I like, well, see, there are different tools. But the point is I like ChatGPT because it's just super informative when it comes to like, anyways, I'm always, you know what? I be trying to, when I talk about ChatGPT or AI or whatever, I do be trying to over explain myself because I feel like most people, well, there's a part of me that feels like guilty for using it. Well, I think when I share it online, because I think as a like a spiritual, me being on a spiritual journey, me being an astrologer, intuitive practitioner, there's a level of like guilt, I guess, that I have when it comes to like me using ChatGPT, but I don't, because I view everything like tools for me. And yes, you need to use everything intentionally, you know. Everything can be used in negative ways, okay, or ways that are not beneficial to you. So once again, as we move through time and as new developments come, you have the choice to use it or not use it, but you shouldn't not use something just because you've heard other people's had experience or fears around it, because you're in control of whatever you use. So if you feel like you're using something in a negative way, you can reframe that, you know? So I don't know. Sometimes it's like, yes, there's a lot of things about ChatGPT that maybe some people have said, a lot of fears, but it's like, once again, this is something that Gary Vee has helped me learn, is like people have fears around the TVs, you know? People always have fears around new things and things that they don't understand. Valid. But anyways, so yeah, I guess I gotta let go. I gotta talk about that because I always feel like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about ChatGPT a lot, but fuck, we're gonna be talking about it. Just like we, once again, before we had the phone or the internet or like, you know, there, you know, tech, and also I'm an Aquarius. God dang it. So let me ramble about ChatGPT. Anyways, so yeah, I definitely, so yeah, I was looking up more information about like why being a hoarder is not good for you, and like, you know, all this stuff like that. Attachment to things, and that came up, and you know, the closet thing, and it pretty much said, as you are looking through your closet or going through your closet and trying to let go of the clothing pieces that no longer align to you, if you feel like you get into like, lead with, is this, would my higher self wear this? And that's a good, that I thought that was really good advice. I was like, wow, yeah, that is a good approach. And I swear I went into that closet just dropping stuff. I'm like, nope, nope. You know, it was easy for me because I literally was like, this is, yeah, would my higher self wear this? You know, do I envision, you know, even when I talk, you guys know I used to, or who has been following me knows, I started off the podcast with like saying the Girl of Your Dreams podcast. And the girl of your dreams was literally my higher self, or anybody's higher self. And I always say that we shouldn't idolize. I like the girl of your dreams because you hear like girl of your dreams will be like this idolized version of a woman that isn't you, but you just wish you could be that person. And I was like, I don't like that concept. You can be the girl of your dreams. You just have to embody that. And the girl of your dreams is just you living yourself authentically, wearing what you want, being who you want, being you who you are. It's not even what you want, it's who you are. And being the best version of that. And that means like not holding back. So so yeah. All right, that took a weird turn. Anyways, so yeah, I was cleaning. It's been a process cleaning out this closet. It's been draining. But I've just kind of decided. I really had my mindset that I was gonna do this in one day. Cute. When you're letting go, when you're going through this process of like letting things go, cleaning out stuff to make space for new, because that was another thing I've been saying. I need new clothes. I need new clothes. And I really want to do that, but I'm like, how am I gonna get new clothes? Where are they gonna go? You know? And then yeah, there was just like I just feel like I just want to bring in I just I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh gosh. I've been really feeling this Mercury and Cancer energy. And I'm a Mercury in Capricorn, so Cancer is opposite of Capricorn. So here's the thing. When Mercury is in Cancer, it's literally like talking and thinking fluidly. I just think of water kind of just like being like emotion, like what your thoughts going through, like honestly the best way I could describe Mercury and Cancer and low key Cancer energy is like emotional ups and downs. Emotional up and down energy is the vibes of like Cancer energy, but when we relate it to our thoughts and our emotions, it literally means like things that we're thinking are like emotion, or things that may trigger our thoughts may be tied to our emotions, which is very up and down fluid. The moon rules the sign of Cancer. The moon, your feelings, I mean, most people's feelings fluctuate throughout the day or throughout the week or whatever, depending on whatever circumstances. Even if it's a little or a lot, for Cancer energy, I feel like it could be like I don't know, it just depends. So yeah, but even the way that we communicate as well, very much communicating through our feelings or talking about our feelings. But also not letting our feelings run the way that we communicate or how we communicate or what we say. A big lesson that I've learned through like when the moon or anything is in Cancer, especially the Mercury, is like maybe allowing yourself some like time to sit with your feelings before you communicate with them, because your feelings are so up and down. You may like when you're going through like maybe you're feeling a lot emotionally and then you just like lash out on someone, and then because you're feeling it like, or maybe you or maybe you or maybe you feel something, but the wave is like a wave. It's like when you're like at the beach. I feel like this whole conversation is Mercury and Cancer, because as I'm talking about this, my Mercury in Capricorn, which is very much about structure, like structured thinking, planning, sounding like you know what you're talking about. Like my Capricorn energy is like, what the frick are you talking about? Because I'm trying to give a visual representation of this like Mercury and Cancer energy. But let's just bear with me, okay? So imagine you're on the beach and you see how the waves are like going up and down, or they're like crashing together. So imagine like, I think of Mercury and Cancer is like you're feeling a wave coming. You're talking, you're feeling the wave like about to go up, and then you like pretty much like say what's on your mind, and that wave is like up at the highest state, and then like afterwards, and so throughout you're just like talking your emotions and you're not really like feeling them. You're just like expressing them and just letting them like go all over the place. The point is, if you were to allow yourself to feel, first let the tides move whichever way, high, low, then eventually what do tides do? They mellow out, right? So when they get mellow, that's where dun, da, 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 the clarity comes in. The clarity of like what we're feeling And so, therefore, guess what? We can actually now go and maybe express it or communicate it or even understand it better because the waves have settled. So, I want you to know that if you get caught up in the waves and the emotions, that is actually, you just feel it. Just float. Just like get on your back. I don't know how to float, but I just ride the waves. Work and for people who are not comfortable with emotions, it probably won't feel well. Or won't feel the most comfortable. Or, for air signs, you may want an answer and want to think through it. For fire signs, you may just want to like react or like get mad. For earth signs, you may just you really want to be on chill mode, but the emotions are there and you're probably frustrated because you're like, I'm just trying to chill. Why is this messing up my peace? And water signs, you already know what it is. So just clean your face with, just bathe in it. Just this is the vibes, the high lows, the ups downs, the you know. No, but yeah, just my advice is just to let the waves sit with the waves until they like die down, and then you'll be able to understand what your feelings were trying to tell you and how to maybe communicate it or like process it better. But but when the emotions are high, honey, don't even, I'm telling you, don't even, unless you're in a safe space, like, da 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 da. Why am I using that sound? Da 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 da. My women's circles, which is literally a space for you to like, we're all rowing the boats together. We welcome the feelings. We welcome the waves. We welcome it. Express, release. And speaking of releasing, tomorrow is a full moon in Sagittarius, and I'm hosting a full moon women's circle virtually from the comforts of your home. And we know Cancer's energy love their home spaces. Okay. So, and their comfort. And because Jupiter's in Cancer, we're all going to be experiencing joy through our comforts, spaces, comfort people, comfort foods, even. You know. So all that. Expressing your feelings. I'm realizing that this is a really good time. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that. So yeah, I felt that today. I felt that today for sure. Today was definitely an emotional up and down. I feel like I hadn't been feeling this Jupiter and Cancer energy until today. I am a Pisces rising, which means that Jupiter in Cancer is transiting through my 5th house, which is all about play. It's about joy. It's about creativity. It's about having fun. It's about romance. It's about dating. It's about love. So I'm literally like, yes, please, 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 please. Because this Saturn, I just finished my Saturn return in Pisces. And I also still got freaking Pluto self literally just like sitting on top, nice and comfy on my sun sign in Aquarius in the 12th house. And I'm like, yeah, can a girl, I just really, I want the happiness. I want the joy. I want the play. I want to just breathe. I just want to, and I finally experienced that today. I'm trying to think because I feel like I'm all over the place here. I experienced it today after I made progress on my clothes situation. Like I finally like I'm really starting to clear my closet. I put the clothes in the bags. I'm gonna be distributing the bags. I did talk about selling my clothes on Whatnot. Listen, I have it's been a struggle, honestly. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell if, like, energetically I just don't want to do that. Maybe I just need to give away the clothes, or maybe I can go drop it off some other places. Like they have, like, some people like take it to like this place, just like certain places. There's just like you can so I don't know. Honestly, I'm just telling myself like we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm being lazy. Maybe the like whole idea of like selling the clothes. I don't know. I guess I'm just really in this like I just want to get it over with. I will keep certain items. I will try to I'm telling myself this. I'm trying to convince myself that I will leave a few things for me to sell in some way. Um just to because I feel like it's a discomfort for me and I want to lean into it. I want to lean into the discomfort to just see what would happen if I did just try to sell something. Um to try to challenge myself because like some items I guess I could say definitely could, you know, I could make a couple bucks from it. So, I will keep you up to date on that. But yeah. So, another thing is so yeah, after making progress, oh, see, I'm all over the place. That's another thing. This Mercury and Cancer energy, like being all over the place. It's like water. Once again, like scattered water. You know, scattered water. Water is scattered. But that's how I feel. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like when you're Mercury and Cancer, you're kind of like bouncing through like how you feel. You're just talking about like how you feel. You're just talking. Maybe you're here at one moment, the air in one moment. I don't like it. I don't like it right now because my Mercury and Cancer want to be like stay focused, stay structured, and I just feel like emotional overwhelm right now. All right, so I really need to change the way I'm sitting. I always sit in the most uncomfortable way and then it hurts me. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Okay. All right. All right. That was a little better. All right. So let me also talk about another thing. So I have been going through some, mm, how do I want to describe it? Transitions, frustrations a little bit with my job as a social media marketer. Um, and this is pre today. I have been having that. And I yesterday got into a fuck it mood and was like, fuck it, this is why I don't want to work for anybody. This is why I want to like I need to do stuff myself. I can't like depend on anybody. I can't like worry about anything. Why am I even trying to promote myself on like for like at this metaphysical shop? Um, like maybe I don't need to do that, or I don't know, like maybe I just need to do my own thing and try to promote, or we just, I don't know. I just got into this like whole mindset that was not what, let me tell you, it was self sabotage. Okay. But yeah, I was just feeling this way, but, and yeah, I kind of got into this like I'm gonna just do my own thing, and this is why I need to make my own money, my own way, and do not worry about certain things. Okay, I'm talking very general because I don't want to like give more information about it because I don't know, it's like my job, so I just feel like there's some like boundaries of that. Well, but yeah, without going to certain details, um, yeah, I just felt that way. Okay. I was just feeling negative feelings around my job. And then yeah, and I guess it was just because I wasn't having like important conversations that I needed to have to like talk about express my feelings. And so I felt like unheard and like dealing with stuff alone and like, I don't know. So then I had a conversation with the owner, and we haven't talked in a while, like we haven't talked, we haven't like had meetings or anything because she's been doing stuff, I've been working from home most of the time, and the point is she wants to help me get myself like out there more. And I I don't know if you guys. So just that, okay? Which is I am so grateful for. I'm grateful because once again, she's the reason why I was able to host in-person women's circles. She's the reason why I was able to give in-person readings and all this stuff like that. She's played a major part in my like getting myself out there when it comes to like me being a practitioner off of line, me being a women's circle host offline, and actually paying for my services. She's been the one that's literally like helped me feel comfortable and like actually know my worth when it comes to charging for my time, my energy. And but it's been a struggle for me because it's like I'm trying to commit, like it's like trying to balance being the social media marketer in person for her, but also still doing it for myself, but then also merging that fact that I'm also supposed to be like, since I am a now officially a practitioner there, like their astrologer, um and reader, intuitive reader, astrologer, it's like weird to promote my own self. Like, if I'm the promoter, it feels weird to like do that on there. But then it's like, well, if I'm not promoting myself, then how are people going to know? But there's another thing that I haven't talked about that nobody really knows about really there. And not that I'm hiding it. Honestly, maybe I've brought this conversation up a little bit. But, I'm kind of realizing I have a little like, this is kind of weird, but the weirdest idea or hyper awareness of the fact that I'm like the only black practitioner or even like person besides another girl who works there. She's the other like social media person. She like, anyways, we just do separate things. She does more of the shop stuff. I do more of the marketing. She's like the content creator and like, anyways, but we work together. I've helped her and like given like managed a little bit. But anyways, the point is, um uh but yeah, as far as a practitioner, I'm the only black practitioner. And I guess I don't know, certain things have come to me of like okay, I'm gonna be honest, like I have tried to post myself once. I know this is ridiculous. And like I don't know, like on there's the social media page, and like it didn't get as much like, I don't know, like this is the problem, like likes. And I don't know why I got in my head about it. It's probably just the self-sabotaging thoughts and like limiting thoughts and beliefs and stuff I need to heal, the self-worth thing, and like, you know it is, I don't know, I just have to get myself out there. I just have to get comfortable with that. And but yeah, sometimes it also, if most people are like white practitioners, and then there's a black one, it's either going to be benefit you or make you stand out. And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, man. And even like now that I'm gonna be hosting my own women's circle, so now I don't know. Once again, before I'm just all over the place. Fuck it. It's the energy, guys. You know. But before when I was hosting my women's circles, I would do it with my friend Sophia. We are now transitioning, and we're gonna be doing our circles separate, or like our own things. And it's a decision we made, to benefit both of us. So we're still friends. And it was a transition that was needed. Because I like wanted more of the women's circles, that I like to dive deep, and I really wanted to be like therapeutic, and I wanted to be like astrology based. And she's learning about astrology, but she's not an astrologer. But she's like more of like, she holistic in her realm. So I just wanted to create, we just agreed to that. So there's like imposter. So this month is June, and I'm supposed to be hosting my first like intuitive astrology women circles. And is what I'm gonna call them. And yeah, I'm feeling like imposter syndrome from that, because it's like, okay, it's just gonna be me. And then like, oh, I'm a black woman. I'm the black woman hosting it. And like most people that come to our women's circles are not black. Like there are probably a few speckles of black people, like a couple, but most of them are white or other races. And I just noticed that too. And once again, I don't know if maybe, but then another part of me feels like, well, this is going to actually like attract more black women, with them seeing a black woman hosting events, a black astrologer. So I'm actually really happy to really, uh, like attract people who like are like-minded, even when it comes to like the appearance wise. What the freak? Why did I describe it like that? But yeah, it also makes me feel like, well, also I don't want, I want it to be diverse. I don't want it to just people to think it's just like for like, other races can't be a part of it. So I don't know, I'm just like in my head, but it also goes to the self-worth and stuff like that. So anyways, navigating through that, had a conversation with the owner today, and it was really good. It was really good. I got things off my chest. She got things off her chest, and we had a beautiful conversation. I love owners like her. She really does treat her space, her shop, like a family, like home. And it just like, and also she has Cancer energy in her chart, so that makes sense. And yeah, so I was just appreciative, but she told me something. All right. She told me something that really stuck with me. And she said that she said this in the most loving way, but she feels like I am the reason why I know this, but I am the reason why I'm in this, like, cuz right now, I'm sure I've talked about this, but I definitely have been going through a test around like finances. Like I've never been the best with my like finances, when it comes to like my management, my like work, not managing, like I spend so much on like ridiculous things, but it's like my savings, like how I save and how I build, and like having financial literacy and all this stuff like that. And but it also has to do with like having like accepting less than I'm worth, not like making enough more than I know I deserve, because I don't ask, underselling myself, giving stuff for free, and doing all these things. And yeah, so there's just been a whole thing of dissecting my relationship with money, which makes sense. Saturn and Aries going through my second house. Yay me. And all the other Pisces risings. Oh my gosh. I literally thought about like I need to start a group for Pisces rising specifically, because man. Any Pisces risings out there that will love that, let me know and I'll add that to the Patreon. But yeah, so she told me that also there's another thing. So I also have commitment issues, meaning like I have trouble with sometimes, you guys know this, like doing what I say I'm going to do consistently. And not only has that showed up here, through my videos, which I always say that, but that's like, I mean, no, that is important. Let me not. It showed up, and it's shown up in every place of my life. I'm almost tired of hearing it. And although, like I said, I have improved, but I'm not, like, I can do better. And unfortunately, it's bled into my workspace. And unfortunately, it also has, like, impacted my finances. It's starting to now. It's starting to. I talked about my, like, thing with the fair. If you guys haven't known, I'm not even gonna go into the story, but if you know about my, like, things with the fair, and then now I'm not working at the fair anymore, and, like, that was a consequence because I was showing up late to the fair. And I mean, there's just, like, certain things, and like, even now, I work my schedule for being a practitioner there is every Thursday. I'm available in between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. So I have to be there every Thursday and, like, just sit and just wait to have clients come in, or, like, market myself or whatever. I have been late to, like, 2 out of the 3 times that I've been there. And it's been because, like, not that I don't care, but I just am, like, thinking, like, I have this subconscious feeling in the back of my head that, like, nobody's gonna, like, it's gonna take a while for people to come. So, like, it's not like I have to rush there because I know, like, nobody's gonna be, like, signed up. That's the subconscious, like, thought in my mind. No one's gonna notice. It's just, and, like, these are, like, energy that I'm putting out there, and apparently, like, talking to the owner, that has irritated people, and it made people feel like I'm not taking things seriously. And then she was even telling me how, like, like, people have a lack of respect for me because I can't, like, show up for things or commit to things, or I don't follow through. And, like, literally, this has been themes of, like, coming up. And sorry. I'm not sorry. Why did I say sorry? I don't know. That seems like another Mercury and Cancer thing. I'm just kidding. I love you guys, all the Cancers and Mercury and Cancers people. I have to eat because oh gosh, please don't, because I can't. So yeah, me not committing to the things that I value is starting to I'm starting to get the consequences from that. And fortunately, because it's the lesson I need, is showing up when it comes to, like, my finances. So I realized that, yeah, when Saturn entered into Aries, it's so funny because that was around the time, if not the exact day, that I was supposed to go into the fair, and I didn't, or I decided last minute that, or it wasn't I decided, literally that was, like, there was a valid reason, and I just, like, told them that I wasn't going to be able to come. And then I say valid reason, but anyways, and then I had the talk of, like, yeah, this happened multiple times, like, we decided that it's not, maybe you shouldn't work the fairs. And, like, me taking that as, like, okay, fine, yeah, it wasn't, that means I should do my own thing now, and instead of actually learning the lesson. And it's like, girl, this was a Saturn theme of, like, things being taken out of your life because you didn't commit to it once again, or you, like, were playing around with it, whether you once again. But I also that happened because I show up again. I have the same birdie in my ear. I swear. You know how in movies they show, like, the devil on your shoulder and then the angel? That is literally a great interpretation of like your shadow thoughts, your negative thoughts, your low vibrational thoughts versus your high vibes thoughts. And that little fucking devil thing be like whispering sweet nothings into your ear that would be sounding so good, and be thinking it be sounding like it's your voice, but it's not. And that thing be But yeah, so I had that same thought of like before I go to the fairs of like, I guess I don't take it as seriously because I'm like, who's gonna show up? Even though there's always been people showing up, whatever. And it's so funny that now the more I've done it, the more people have showed up, especially like in the first, like as soon as the fair starts, you know. And that's what happened last time, which I didn't even realize. I had like people signed up anyways, but I didn't think that they would. So, do you see the self-sabotage? Do you see my problems here? So, yeah, I wrote this question down because she was like, you should ask yourself this question. It is, how is my relationship with not showing up to things on time or committing to things that I value affecting the abundance I am or not, or the abundance I am or not, or I'm not receiving? How is it affecting my security? Spiritually, financially, emotionally, and physically. And then I said, where am I receiving the consequences for my actions or non-actions, or I guess it's inactions? Where am I receiving the consequences for my inactions or lack of commitment to the actions, committing to the actions? What are they teaching me? What are these consequences teaching me? What can I do differently? And then I wrote in big letters, actions speak louder than fucking words, because I've been hearing that fucking thing throughout my fucking life. And I'm like, okay, God. Okay, God. I hear you. Help me. Help me to take the things seriously that I value, because I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose them. You know, the thing is, breaking habits are not easy. I'd be feeling like, am I like challenged or something? Or have I not hit my head hard enough times? Will it take losing everything for me to finally get it? I don't want it to. For sure not. All right, then. Commit. That's the conversation I'd be having with myself. That all right, then commit that was not my words. That was God, higher power, intuition coming in. I mean, obviously, that you know, but that was like, I don't know. Sometimes that's another thing. I've been feeling. I think it's because I'm a Pisces rising, and once again, Cancer is intuitive too, so that's another thing. I've been feeling like I've been talking to like my spirit team like throughout the day, especially today, yesterday. Like I've just been really like having conversations and like saying things, and then like responding to myself, but the response doesn't feel like it's like myself. It feels like it's like my guys speaking to me. I know it sounds wild. Not really. Actually, well, it may sound wild to other people. It still is an interesting concept to me, but it's like normal when I'm doing it. But when I say it out loud, it sounds like crazy. But those who get it will get it, you know? I mean, a matter of fact, everybody that talks to themselves and they think, yeah, that is you talking to your, in my opinion. Mm. Well, I guess it depends on how you're talking to yourself. Anyways, um, so yeah, that was my themes. But lastly, let me talk about my experience. How I said I finally think I felt the Cancer in Jupiter. And it was after today, like I said, when I finished or when I made progress on my room and like or in my closet, and I had a great conversation with the owner, and now I feel really happy and very excited to really, because that's another thing that she said. That's another thing that she, because she was like, how she was saying like there's people that is like having now a lack of respect because when you don't commit to things or you don't do the things that you're gonna say that you say, eventually people lose respect and validity to what you say. And I was like, damn, how sad is it to like, and it's like, dang, and so I had to swallow that truth up. And I already knew it. It was put in it was like, wow. So then I was like, okay, well then, I mean, I kind of knew this answer, but I was like, well then how do I gain the respect back? How do I let people know that I do take what they're saying? Like I don't, yeah, how do I gain the respect? And then she said something that I already knew and I've heard multiple times throughout my life. From the people closest to me, man, is she was like, yeah, I guess you could say you're sorry, but at this point, actually just showing up on time would be better. It would mean more, obviously. So she said it's about the actions. Actions speak louder than words. When are we gonna get tired of hearing the same fucking thing and actually do something fucking about it? Listen, let me tell you though, I want to say I have been trying. I have been. I have to give myself grace, because I have improved, but sometimes I could take 5 steps forward and then take 6 steps back. And then it looks like I haven't made any progress because I took so many steps back. I took so many steps backwards and forward. Or maybe once again, if you try to be better at something and you've sucked at it for so long, like once again, staying committed, I was just telling myself like, okay, say I do decide to show up, not decide, say I do just show up on time for a good, like a week, and then I mess up again the next time, that is gonna, the person is just, it's like if you've messed up so many times, you almost have to like aim to really do well and not mess up anymore for it to even, for for people to even take you course correcting seriously. And also, if you do end up messing up again, if you messed up so many times, I don't know. So yeah, I know this is for somebody, multiple people. Another thing is the Jupiter thing. So yeah, after let me freaking talk. Finally, can I say something about this? Yeah, so after everything and I got home, or no, yeah, I went to the grocery store and then I got home, and also I had my first, I had not my first, I filmed my the 3rd episode of my podcast that I kind of left hanging, but now I'm rebooting. I'm rebooting back intimate convos, and yeah, I did a post a couple of days ago or last week or something around this weekend around that I was looking for guests, and got, I'm very happy with the well, yeah. Yeah, anyways, things are scheduled, and I did the first one today. Um and we talked about a discussion cannabis. I hope I can say this on my channel. I hope my channel doesn't get. And that's another thing, I realized, and I've already when I started the intimate convos, podcast, something I already knew that there were going to be episodes that I probably weren't going to be able to post. Why did I say that twice? I felt like I said it weird the first time. That I was going to have to post on my podcast. Because also, like, guys, when I say I want my intimate convos to be like, I honestly love, if you guys haven't guessed it by now or don't know, like, taboo topics. I love topics that are like, I want to talk about everything, it all. So there are going to be things that is too controversial, too spicy, too all that for my channel, and then that will be offered on my Patreon, which is another reason why you guys should join my Patreon. Okay? I'm going to start marketing my stuff, and I'm going to get annoying, but I have to be annoying so people can see it. Because you know what? The girl that I interviewed today said she didn't even know I had a Patreon. What? I've been feeling like I've been talking about it a lot. Clearly not enough. And that just told me that was just an example of like, wow, in my head, it seems like I've been marketing a lot and I've been annoying or don't want to be annoying, even though I'm a social media marketer. And I know that you have to promote yourself a lot. But like I said, I have a problem with like, it's okay if I do it for other people, but for me, it feels, my lesson that I'm learning. Clearly, you guys know. So yes, after I got home from the grocery store, I had like 30 minutes to eat a snack and then hop on the podcast. And I put on some music. Let me tell you, this is a Cancer theme, Jupiter, or this is a Mercury and Cancer theme, and or Jupiter, just a fifth house theme of like having Jupiter and Cancer in the fifth house. Is I got this song that I'm gonna play because actually no, I'm not gonna play this song. But this song popped up in my mind, and sometimes this happens to me. Sometimes a song pops up in my mind, and then I have a while back ago I'd started like when a song popped up in my mind, I would look up the astrologer, the artist astrology, and their astrology placements. They will have an astrology placement that aligned with the current astrology. And that is like another theme of like astrology, of like pay attention to what songs keep replaying in your head. They most likely are connected to the energy right now. And so for example, if somebody if the I don't know, if Mercury or the moon, the Mercury's in Cancer and it rules like our thoughts and the communication, and perhaps someone who sings, a singer, communicates, whatever, uses their voice, we may be drawn to like Cancer energy. So the people that we may, or songs that just random song that pops into your mind, it may not be like a quinkadink if you look up that person's astrology information and they have Cancer in their chart. So sometimes it's like on the money and their moon is in Cancer, or their Mercury's in Cancer, or their Cancer sun. And sometimes they just have like something else in there. But anyways, this is a random song. This is super random because I don't like listen to songs like this. This is like a super old school song, which honestly very Cancerian. Because I don't know, it's like throwback. Cancer is tied to like the past. So it was this one called Hollywood Swinging. Yeah, Hollywood Swinging. If you guys want to look up that song, that's been on my mind. Like, I'm pretty sure that came in my mind, like, right when once again, a day after the day of Mercury entering Cancer or Jupiter, one of the two. And so I kept coming in my mind, and once again, it was so random. I'm like, why am I singing? I kept having the thought in my head, dun 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 dun. Like it was done. I kept saying that, even like dun dun. I'm like, why is this song? Then I had to think of like, what is this song? What is this? Because I didn't even know it was called Hollywood Swinging, and so I had to like do the thing on like Google where you just like hum the word, or you just like try to think of the lyrics and then find the song, and then I found it, and then now I've just been obsessed. And then anyways, and then I realized that they pretty much sing the songs that I've like grew up in my childhood. Cancer theme. I'm talking too much. Now I'm hungry. I swear, guys, I eat. It's just that a lot of times when I turn on the camera, it's sometimes sporadic, and I feel like so for some reason I always turn on the camera before I actually need to eat. Also, I just finished the podcast and I wanted to turn on the camera after I did the podcast, which another Cancer theme. The person that I gave that I did the podcast with, guess what? Yep, you guessed it. She has a Cancer placement. Cancer fucking rising. I mean, so that means Jupiter is transiting her first house, and she decided to be on a podcast to talk about herself. I mean, the connections. Are you following? If not, you gonna understand it, cause I'm gonna teach y'all. Okay, it's okay. I got plans. Y'all gonna understand astrology to the core, and y'all gonna end up understanding your lives and see the connections by the end of this year. It's happening. You gonna know how to relate astrology to your life, and you gonna understand everything that's going on through your life. You just gonna get it. I mean, you're still gonna be feeling the frustration sometimes when you're going through a transition like me, but you gonna know in the back of your head like this is exactly what I need, and actually let me use the astrology to help navigate through it, or to remind myself of the things I need to do, to hold me accountable. Okay. And know that this is not forever, because you're going to understand the transit of like, this is going to be ending around this time, and this is how you navigate it through then, blah, 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 blah. Just so many things. So many, guys. It's okay. I'm going to hook you up. And if you want to start, you can join me tomorrow at, for my virtual women's circle during the full moon tomorrow. Oh, the full moon. Another thing about feelings and emotions in Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, sign up below, and I hope to see you there. And I'm done. I've talked myself to hunger. So let me use this Cancerian energy to take care of my body.